Hey horror fans, Tyler Raccoon here, and let's be honest, haven't you been craving a little resurrection? The film industry is drowning in superhero flicks and romantic comedies, but where's the love for our beloved horror genre? Today, we're diving deep into the crypt of cinematic history to exhume 5 horror classics that are absolutely screaming for a 2025 reboot. Buckle up because we're about to unleash hell. Let's get started. Let's face it, the original The Exorcist messed us up. Just the thought of that pea soup scene still makes us gag. But imagine revisiting Reagan's demonic possession with today's special effects. We're talking next-level body horror, psychological torment that seeps through the screen, and a Pazuzu so terrifying it'll make your skin crawl. A 2025 reboot could capture that raw, primal fear and amplify it tenfold, reminding us why The Exorcist is considered the epitome of demonic horror. Imagine exploring the psychological and spiritual themes through a modern lens, diving deeper into the battle between faith and doubt, good and evil. Freddy Krueger, the spring-heeled slasher of our nightmares, deserves a comeback story worthy of his razor-sharp gloves. Imagine Freddy unleashed in the age of social media, where our deepest fears and insecurities are laid bare for the world to see. He could be hacking our dreams through our phones, twisting our online personas into grotesque parodies of ourselves. Think about the possibilities: sleep paralysis amplified by glitching screens, the lines between the digital and the real blurring until you don't know what's real anymore. It's time to give this dream demon the blood-soaked stage he deserves. Chapter 3. Hellraiser, where pleasure and pain collide. The Hellraiser franchise has been misunderstood. Lost in a sea of sequels that focused more on gore than story, the original film's chilling exploration of desire, pain, and the seductive allure of the forbidden has been buried. But imagine a 2025 reboot that brings back the elegance, the eroticism, and the existential dread that made the first film a cult classic. We're talking about a visually stunning descent into the depths of hell, where the Cenobites, those leather-clad priests of pleasure and pain, are reimagined as beings of terrifying beauty. Imagine a reboot that delves deeper into the mythology of the box, exploring the origins of the Cenobites and the twisted desires that fuel their existence. Chapter 4. The Thing Terror in the Arctic Wasteland. John Carpenter's The Thing gave us paranoia in its purest form, the chilling fear of the unknown disguised as something familiar. Now imagine that shape-shifting terror unleashed in the vast, unforgiving landscape of the Arctic, with modern special effects. Picture this, a research team in an isolated Arctic outpost, the endless white expanse pressing in on them, the silence broken only by the howling wind, and the sickening crunch of bone on ice. The Thing could take on any form, mimicking its victims with chilling accuracy, turning trust into a weapon. It's time to melt away the limitations of the past and unleash the true horror of The Thing for a new generation. Chapter 5. Poltergeist, They're Here, Again. Poltergeist tapped into our primal fear of the unknown lurking just beyond the veil of reality, the terrifying thought that our homes, our sanctuaries, could be invaded by something sinister. Now imagine that amplified by the technology-saturated world we live in today. Smart homes, virtual assistants, the constant barrage of information. What if those things became conduits for terror? Imagine this, a family tormented by flickering screens, disembodied voices whispering through smart speakers, and ghostly apparitions appearing in video calls. The line between the digital and the real would blur, turning our dependence on technology into a nightmare. And with today's visual effects, those iconic moments, the flickering television static, the hands reaching out from the other side, could be even more terrifying than we ever imagined. Outro: What horrors await? That's our list. 5 horror classics ripe for a 2025 resurrection. But now, it's your turn. Do you agree with our picks? What forgotten gems of horror deserve a second life, a chance to terrify a new generation? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the death bell for more spine-chilling content. Because here at the House of Gilbert, we believe that true horror never dies. Until next time, stay spooky.